Ever wondered how your brain pieces together a sequence of events, like understanding a sentence or remembering a song? Researchers in North China, collaborating with scientists worldwide, have just unveiled a fascinating mechanism that sheds light on this very process. It's like discovering the secret language your brain uses to make sense of time. This groundbreaking study, published in the prestigious journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, reveals how our brains convert information that unfolds over time into something akin to a spatial map. But how exactly does it work? Let's break it down. Neurons, the fundamental building blocks of our brain, communicate with each other through tiny junctions called synapses. Think of synapses as bridges connecting neurons. These bridges aren't static, they can change their strength, influencing how easily signals pass between neurons. This changeability comes in two flavors: long-term and short-term plasticity. Long-term plasticity is like building a permanent, reinforced bridge. It's responsible for lasting changes in the brain, and it's crucial for learning and memory. Short-term plasticity, on the other hand, is like temporarily adjusting the bridge to handle increased traffic. It's a rapid, temporary tweak based on recent neural activity. And this is the part most people miss. The research team, led by Professor Yu Qiong from Tianjin University, discovered that these two types of plasticity don't work in isolation. Instead, long-term changes at the synapses can actually tune the dynamics of short-term plasticity. In essence, the brain is using long-term adjustments to control how short-term changes respond to incoming signals. This allows the brain to translate a series of electrical spikes arriving over time into a pattern in space, a time-into-space transformation. Imagine turning a beautiful melody into a single, complex painting. This study is like discovering the brain's collaboration code for information processing, you explained. But here's where it gets controversial. This time-into-space trick has some profound implications. According to the study, it allows neural circuits to store significantly more information and become more resilient to noise without needing to physically enlarge the network. It's like compressing a huge file. However, the study also suggests that these circuits might need to fire more intensely when extra capacity is needed. Could this increased firing contribute to certain neurological conditions? That's a question for future research. The researchers built computational models that aligned with recent electrophysiological measurements taken from the neocortex of both mice and humans. This alignment provides strong evidence that the discovered mechanism reflects how brains truly function. This also means that these findings are not just theoretical, they seem to be directly applicable to understanding how brains work in the real world. Moreover, Yu believes that this research has implications beyond neuroscience. It not only clarifies the underlying logic of how the brain handles information, but also supports the development of interpretable and generalizable next-generation AI methods, thus marking further progress at the intersection of brain-inspired intelligence and artificial intelligence. In other words, understanding how our brains process information could lead to the creation of smarter and more efficient AI systems. What do you think about these findings? Does this time-into-space transformation resonate with your understanding of how you perceive and remember events? Could this research truly revolutionize the field of AI? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.